Hold your breath and hold me tight. I'm messing with your mind. My eyes are sharp like your blade. I drive your mind insane. Drive your mind insane.
Like goodbyes. Of course you love me now, but give it time. Who knows? You might not be in my life. We never see it coming when we try. Love is blind. You can break the pattern. Learn from your mistakes. Focus on what matters. negative. just realistic. I'm not a pessimist, I'm indifferent. Oh, damn. We never see it coming when we try. Love is blind. You can break the pattern, learn from your mistakes, focus on what matters, do whatever it takes. You can look for answers, you could even change, but if something isn't meant to be, then we must learn to set it free. Hellos, they're a lot like goodbyes. Of course you love me now, but give it time.
All access when I walk in the club, but only if I've been a guest listed. All access when I walk in the club, but only if I've been a guest listed. Walk in the club, walk in the club, walk in the club, walk in the club.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Oh my god, I forgot to close my wardrobe, but I'm going to be doing that sometime in the middle of the stream. But hello everybody and welcome to the XO Conquest League. My name is Crowns, XO Esports Conquest League, by the way. My name is Crowns. Some people call me Crowns Cast, some call me Jawad. I'm a man of many names, but my name is Crowns for today, and I will be anchoring you guys, driving you and piloting you throughout the entirety of the games today. I promise you your stream is not lagging. My camera is the one that's acting up, but I promise you, and I'm hoping, you know what? I'm hoping that my camera does decide to behave itself for the entirety of today, but nonetheless, it is glad to be back streaming. I've not been here in a while, but here we are, guys. Here we actually are about to do it. We are going into the playoffs because I've been told that this is the playoffs. I believe this is one of the early stages of the tournament, so we're going into the playoffs of this tournament. I look forward to this, and I really want to know who you guys are here to support. So if you're here in the chat, best believe I'm reading your chat. I might be highlighting a couple chats out there, and also speaking of things about chat, I'm being told that there is going to be a UC giveaway at the end of the games today, so be sure to don't touch that dial, be here all through, and we'll see how everything pans out. But without further ado, Shade Adu, Hula Balu, and Oiti Toiti, I shall be getting my beautiful face off your screens, and we'll be heading straight into the first game of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Holy Land of Erangel. Today game, you know what? We're gonna prevent disturbance by doing this first. Yeah. Good gracious. Come on. All right. Today we are going to be playing the regular map rotation. Erangel Sandhawk, Erangel Miramar Sandhawk, and then we'll be ending things off again in the map of Erangel. So do not go anywhere. We'll be here and we'll be having all the fun and all the vibes. That being said, I know you guys cannot hear game audio right now. I do not know why. Actually, you guys are probably hearing the game audio. I don't know. Anyway, teams that we have in the lobby. There's a couple of these teams that I recognize. There's a couple of these teams that I do not recognize. Actually, I know the names of some teams, and I know they're insignia, but then there's just a couple teams that I'm just like, ooh, who are you? And then I look at the player list and I'm like, wow, okay, these are players. There are some players I recognize and there are some players that I do not recognize. But I'm gonna stop boring you guys with the chat. Oh, we're back to the one that has number. Man, we already have early drops. I've not even announced the teams, but we'll be wasting no further time as we've got the players there from NE. Oh my goodness, that's 2 knocks already. Force in a little bit of a trouble. They've lost 1 player, but I think it's going to be NE actually, the ones that are on the receiving end. Now that's going to be none other but New Era. They've got Wows, the last player left to hold down the forts. They've lost 2 already. They came in with ordinary 3, and now they have to fight it off. Wows trying to see if he can prevent himself from going out, but that is not going to last too long, as the side there of XForce would send them back into the lobby. XForce being one of those teams that I do recognize here in the lobby. It is Fate, Valik, 9Y, 9Y, 9, but I do know Fate and Valik as 2 players. We do know when we talk about North America PUBG Mobile Esports, these are people I'm not going to start glazing. I'm sorry, it's not glazing. It just has to be mentioned. But that being said, the zone does look to be on that northern side. We are seeing more engagements pull up. I am not too sure where that one is happening, but I think it is happening out here in the city of Rozhok, where we've got the side there of Chicken Chokers. Losing 2 players already, and you can already tell they are trying to leave by the name. Last 2 players of their squad not really with them. We've got someone in the water. We've got, oh my goodness, I think Sam Cloudy is not about to let it go. Jack trying to make the run for it. And you can just tell that this man is trying to survive. Run, bro. Run. But that is one way to get started. The side there of SEN. Who's that? That is Sentinels. They are not looking to have it. Sentinel I know to be a very, very powerful weapon. And it does look like they will be living up to the name as well. 1 elimination that they've been able to get. By the time they get their second thirst, it should be 2 eliminations that they've been able to get things started. But anyway, before you guys get into more engagements, can you guys let me talk about the circle? You know? But anyway, we do see Chicken Chokers. I've got fans in the chat, but Chicken Chokers are already starting to choke. But we're going to hope that they are just starting off on what is seeming to be a little bit of a slow footing. But anyway, that being said, I'm going to talk about the play zone. The play zone does seem to be up towards that northern side. If you're looking very well, you can see that there's about 10% of this map that is unplayable. I'm talking about the water, the water regions up towards the north. But then again, I still keep saying it, when you see shorelines, I don't think you can really go wrong with shorelines. This is one of those zones where it challenges the IGLs, and I think many of these players will be happy to see this type of zone, early on in the games, or well, earlier on in the tournament, because you're starting to get used to some of these tough zones. I consider this a tough zone, and I feel like we would get to see why as we keep going on into the games. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, drop a like as well on the stream. I think you have to take a screenshot to show that you are subscribed to the channel in order to be qualified to enter giveaway. There's a UC giveaway. I forget how much it is, but I know there's a UC giveaway by the end of the games today. So that being said, we're already starting to see a couple teams get looted up and start to move. And this is one of those zones where you really have to know where every other person in the lobby might be, because that way you're able to kind of sort yourself out and know how you can rotate and probably even push up to some teams quite early on in the game. But given that things are slowing down a little bit now, we are going to start going for our team list and letting you know who we've got in the lobby. We start things off with the players there from Mezexis Esports NA. Coming in today with Chosen, Triggs, Leader, and Asvals. Let me know if you're here for Mezexis. Let me don't spam, because I'm gonna mute you. But let me see a couple, Mezexis, Mezexis in the chat if you're here for them. Next team on the list is going to be none other but XForce. They've already gotten things started with 3 eliminations to their name. We saw them land around, their current landing location is Primorsk. That first one is already starting to move. They've got all 4 players in the vehicle, 3 players in the vehicle, but best believe they will find more as they keep going on the game. Next on the line is going to be none other but Fireflies. I've seen a couple of their fans in the chat. Fireflies happens to be a team that is sharing Yasnaya Poliana with yet another team, which is going to be none other but the side of Nothing Esports. And if I'm reading their name correctly, it means they've got nothing to lose. I'm expecting them to be a little bit of an aggressive team, but right now it doesn't look like they're playing that playing that aggression or with aggressiveness right now. They just big chilling. We'll let it slide. It's early engagements. Even I myself will not encourage it. But anyway, players there from Fireflies will be none other but Matrix, Coughlin, Logic, and Tinku. And we'll see what they have got to offer us. Next on the list is going to be Nepal on top. Coming in with Mon Krishna. Ooh, I know Krishna actually. If you guys have seen that movie, let me know in the chat. They've got Krishna, they've got Doki, they've got Bai OP, and then they've got Bahundai OP. That is going to be a little bit confusing, but I'm pretty sure when they start to frag out, we are going to go, and without wasting too much time, we're going to pull over to the side here of XO, as we're already seeing Kwakidi get that first knock. But he's starting to reap the fruit of his labor right now as he's getting shot at from 2 different angles. He really needs to heal, and that backpack cannot be exposed. You know PUBG Mobile, all they need to see is a fingernail, and they will take you out. Papi Saw trying to see if he can grab a little bit of an off angle. He's got smokes to work with. But man, XO Kwakiti doesn't need the help of his teammates. It's going to be none of that but XO Elites, basically. Oh, by the way, and we're already starting to see a little bit of damage come through. Papi Saw able to get some shots in. But this rock, Kwakiti playing this rock so well. Trying to see if he can find a way back, and we can already see him trying to just run back, trying to find a way, and that is nice to see. I expect to see a little bit more of a play coming through from Toast Lol, or well, let's just say Toast, but he didn't choose to go for that flank. VIP would lose one in that trade. VIP being one of those teams that I know as well. VIP Esports, I know Papi Saw, and I know Freddy, but unfortunately Freddy has been sent back into the lobby, and they are down to 3. We did see them land around the prison area, or make that Mutapa, which is where all of that engagement was happening. They've lost one, but they would continue to see if they can fight with the remainder of the squad. Now, before we got interrupted, we were looking at the side there of Nepal on top, but we'll move on next to the side there of XO. They are using this vehicle whose name I always forget, but I know it is one very... It's a nice vehicle to have. That's the best way to put it. Players there from Nothing to Lose, or make that Nothing Esports, I'm sorry. Currently out here in Yasnaya with the side there of Fireflies. We see them coming in today with Sandu, Miki, Love, and Beniwal. I would like to see how well they hold it up. It does look like they're starting to get, things are getting started out there in Yasnaya. We'll keep an eye out on the elimination feed, and we'll know when to pull back to them. Side there of VIP Esports making the rotation into the zone. Legend, Papisaw, Mzo. We did see that Freddy went out early on in that engagement. Next on the list is going to be 4 sexy fraggers. Oh, sorry, my bad. 4 sexy frogs. 4 sexy frogs, I will touch that later. But right now, it does look like the side of Nothing will get themselves the upper hand against Fireflies. One knock already been found, and it's Matrix to 4. The thirst has not been confirmed yet, but the side here of Nothing Esports already looking to get closer and closer. Smoke starting to get deployed. Fireflies have got a little bit of an off angle in Coffin, and we're looking forward to seeing if he can support his team from the side. Takes a couple shots, but cannot quite find the knock. And Mickey's going to know not to cross that road yet. They need more smokes, or at least one more smoke, in order to be able to find their way in. And Coffin trying to see if he can get yet another angle, knowing fully well that he is exposed to nade. And that is one play coming in through from the side of Fireflies, as Logic would be able to grab that revive up onto Matrix. Love, very close, DBS in hand. We're not going to be making any moves. The reset is back. It's now a 4v4, and now the formation has been scattered. Zone closes up a little bit. We do see it going up towards that north, but when we talk about that, we've also see fights in the center of the circle, the side here of LQ, none other but Legacy In Qontrol, or let's say Legacy Control at the moment, losing one player. And you can already just see the rest of his team trying to get ready to engage onto this one. It's going to be Sinks trying to see if he can find one player. He does see Scarface, takes a couple shots, cannot quite find that damage or that knock either. And that is going to be one thing that's going to bite them in the butt, as they have lost one more player. The revive might be able to come through though, but the players there from SNR, they are not looking to have it at all. They want to keep the pressure on, and they will continue. It's going to be none of that but Sinners. That is their name. You can see that they are singing in the glory as they get into the vehicles, trying to see if they can go for the complete thirst onto the players there from Legacy In Qontrol. Not too much control there, and I feel like this is one of those situations where you as a player, knowing fully well that if you had actually gotten that knock, things would have ended, you know, relatively better. But anyway, Nepal on top now would have to show us if they truly are on top, as the side of XForce now having them as visitors. Shots coming in through from the side. That is an excellent knock coming in through from Fates, as Fate trying to see if he can find a little bit of an off angle. DBS in the hands of Papi Saw. Oh, sorry. Bandu OP. Oh, Doki falls as well. Bahundai OP is the last player left. Nepal not really looking too much on top right now. Bahundai trying to hold up. He's got less than a slither of HP left. And XForce increase that elimination tally to 7 as they are looking to get started on a very, very strong note here in the playoffs. See a lot of Fireflies fans in the chat. W's. Love that. We're starting to see more rotations come through, though. The players there from nothing now. They do find yet another knock onto the side there of Fireflies. And Fireflies really need to hold down the fort here as Coughlin falls once more. And Coughlin, you might need to, bro, stay alive, bro. Anyway, I do see more engagements coming in through. It's going to be none other but Potato Hill, where we have the players there from R6. That's none other but Rival 6. They do have one player already down. The revive should be processed right easily, but it looks like there is thirst looking to come through from Snow. Snow going to have to back up from that one. As Gio trying to see if he can ward him away from this revive. Nate's being pulled. Blue zone starting to push up a little bit. Snow's position has been exposed, and Gio sends the nade out in the wrong direction. Snow stands up a little bit, takes some shots, but he's going to get shot up with that DBS or make that the S12K and AUG combo. Down he falls. The side there of 4 Sexy Frogs, not looking too sexy at the moment. They are down to just the last player there in Chino to hold on the fort for them. Quite unfortunate scenes that we're seeing at the beginning of the playoffs. A little bit of a trade happening here in Yasnaya as one more player goes down. Coughlin has still not been revived. The trade has been initiated as Love is down as well. But Sandu is going to be able to grab that revive. Mickey trying to see if he can apply a little bit more pressure as Matrix looking for a way to grab the revive. And this is going to be the players there from Fireflies getting yet another, reset. That's actually quite confusing, because I'm just like, bruh, you've gotten the knock there, the side of nothing. You might as well just push up. But, they're just there trying to see if they can hold down the fort. And Mickey, the bait has been taken there by Matrix as Coughlin does eventually get thirsted. Now the tides or the scales are no longer balanced. Now Fireflies, Tinku was thinking about a grenade there. But Nothing Esports would be able to grab themselves a revive. Other players trying to get into the zone. XO Esports, we see them up towards that north. The circle about to close once more. Mezexis is also somewhere close to the center. And many of these teams opted to play or go for that center play because you just know that regardless of what the zone wants to do, you might get favored. But that zone goes further down south, making it a very hard choice. As an IGL, do you want to stay in Rozhok or do you want to stay on the northern side? The northern side does have more land, but we do know that PUBG Mobile, this is not how it works. It's not a matter of how much land is in the circle. It could still go to any part of the zone. Rotations looking to get started early on though, as we see the players there from VIP getting started on that early rotation. They are taking shots on the rotates, but you can understand why they are going for their rotations early. They've only got 3 players, but Legend gets uprooted from the vehicle. Papiso is not going to turn back. It's pointless, he knows. And the rest of the team now down to a 2-man squad. The strategy is going to have to start changing here as we see the players there from Fireflies make their graceful exits out of Yasnaya Poliana. Legend eventually going to get thirsted there. The players there from Sentinel still got that one elimination from early on in the game, but it's going to be the players there from Control holding up that northern edge of the circle. Now we see Mezexis. I think this is where if you're an edge team, you might want to start playing edge, but I'm not really seeing too many teams opting for that edge play. Okay, to be fair, you people, your name is too long. Team 17. 4 Kings Regen Esports. Ugh, come on, bro. That is long. But but nonetheless, I'll take it. Can't lie, I'll take it. Dewey in the chat. It's been a minute, Dewey. How are you doing? Are you actually playing Dewey? Let me know. Alright. Anyway, team. Man, it's too long. And I'm not gonna I see what you did, but I can't pronounce your username, bro. Or well, your insignia as well. So I think I'll call them 4 Kings, because that's the only thing that makes sense. So I'll call them 4 Kings. I'm already looking to make their way into the circle, and I'm starting to see a little bit of a pattern. It does look like a lot of these teams are opting to go for that center play. Every other team that is playing on the edge just happens to be teams that do not have their full squad up. That's interesting. We'll try to see if that pattern continues for the entirety of the day. Vip Esports somewhere in the center of the circle, make that towards that western side. They've got Team Dauntless just outside them. Dauntless coming in with Bob, XP3, Klaus, and Aurora. My little niece is actually named Aurora, so Aurora, you really have to play to the name. You get me? But anyway, not too much talk. Circle still down towards that southern side. The players there from Mezexis Esports really had to walk a long way to find a vehicle, given that the side of Fireflies had already taken the vehicle spawn in Yasnaya Poliana. It's going to slow their rotation down a little bit. The airdrop did drop, and we've already seen guns be swapped out at DBS left on the floor. You got to wonder what weapon must have been picked up in order to you know, swap it out for a DBS. But we'll find out as the game goes on. We will find out. And I think it's a player there from Mezexis that will definitely have that loadout with them. I do see shotguns around the area. Ah, come on, bro. Just let them go. Just let them go. Like, you're not getting those. I might be wrong, though. This is not the first time I'd say that. And, you know, the players end up telling me, Crowns, hold my water. Hold my 5.56. I would show you how to shoot. But anyway, zone is about to close up again. A little bit of trouble and drama on that northern edge, but it's going to look like a very quick one to sort out as the players there from Control are out and back into the lobby. Zone does move towards the south, and see what I was saying. If you went to Rozhok, you would have made the right choice. But then again, it is hard to pick. Rotation is going to have to get started. Who's going to breach camp? Who's going to hold the bridge? As we see the side of Sentinels already being proactive, getting into those vehicles, trying to get into that next circle. And a lot of these teams like to play in the center. It's looking like that. And it seems as though everyone is going to try to force their way into Rozhok, which I'm not going to bash, actually. Could be a good play. We'll see how it turns out for everyone at the end of the game. We're down to 11 teams, 39 players still alive in the lobby. And next circle, still got a little bit of time, 1 minute and 5 before it starts to move. But Vip Esports, they are the ones that are looking to stay on the rotate as 4 Kings start to find their way into the circle. I don't even know how I'm supposed to pronounce your name, but that guy. Vip Esports already starting to lose players. I knew this was something that had to happen, but it's going to be happening somewhere towards the bridge as Papi Saw falls. It's going to be 1 player left to hold on the fort in Mizu. Going into the water, trying to see if he can swim it out. Just trying to survive here. I think that's what they're doing. Fireflies getting 1 knock. We're not quite capitalizing on it. And we're starting to see even more fights as the side here of R6. Who is R6 again? Who is R6? Rival 6, my bad. Yeah, Rival 6 already up by 3 eliminations. What was the team with? Oh, I think it was XForce, but I don't see them anymore. Are they out? I think they might be out. Mezexis, though, still alive. No eliminations to their name just yet. One of the players there from Dauntless Esports is down. Make that 2. That doesn't look like good news for them, at least not at the moment. But anyway, more shots coming in through. Mezexis leader able to grab that Thursday. First elimination for them. They do have eyes on the players there from Fireflies. They know where they are. As the players there from the Sentinel get started with 4 Kings. 1 knock already being found onto the side of the Sentinel, but the trade has been initiated. I do not know much about the revives at this stage of the game, so rotations is going to have to continue. St. Jits trying to see if he can just buy a little bit of time as 1 more players there from 4 Kings drops. It's still stage 4, so the revive can come through. And here comes the rest of 4 Kings. Flow behind the buggy. He definitely hears them, gets into the vehicle, but that tire is messed up. 1 more player falls, and that is the run over coming in through. More shots coming in, but Sentinel not quite able to find the return knock here as Flow needs to drive up. But 4 Kings, I do not understand why they're leaving this fight alone. They could turn this around, and it looks like they will be prioritizing the circle, but it looks like Dauntless are not going to let them do that one just yet as they start to trade the shots on that rotate. The zone fully goes south, and all roads has to lead to Rozhok now. Everyone frantically in the vehicles, trying to find their way in. Grenades coming in through, and everyone's finding their way into the Rozhok area of the map. Here comes Boo, coming in through from the side of Senators. Or make that Senegal. Sentinel. He will get taken out, though, from the side by Mezexis. And this is where it's going to start getting confused, because who knocks you is not who might thirst you. Trouble on the south, as Rival 6 looking to increase their elimination tally. They did lose 1 more. And the revive needs to come through here, but that was a sexy grenade to send out the rest of XO Esports back into the lobby. Nothing Esports able to make their way into the circle. Same thing can be said about the side there of C6. None of that but the chicken chokers. Finding the way to still stay alive as a 2-man squad. Impressive for the time being. We still have 10 squads left, so if you go out right now, you are still getting no elimination points. Dauntless losing one on that northern edge of the circle as they take some shots towards the side here of the Sentinels. Wouldn't be able to do much because obviously they're on the other side of the river. Obviously, you know, crossing is going to be a very, very risky game. And hello, Ghosty in the chat. It was good. Chicken Joker still alive. Firefly is still alive. So best believe their fans are happy. I know they are. But anyway, Chicken Chokers though looking to welcome some more visitors. This time it's going to be none other but Dauntless. Players losing HP as the third party. Really, really imminent. Grenades coming in through from Bob, but cannot quite find the knock just yet. Joker takes a lot of hits, but that is a smoke to his face. He's going to have to go back upstairs, but the grenades are being rained to every single room. And there comes the players there from Sentinels, if I'm not mistaken. They are also in the vicinity. Dauntless, they need to push up onto this fight. Sentinels are out there and active, ready for a third party. The grenade finally connects as Bob finds the knock. Jacovy's got a grenade prepped because he knows they would want that third. Sent it out to the side. It's a good one. Does the damage. But XP3 manages to stay alive. Aurora by the stairs. Would not get caught by the molly for the time being, and XP3 would wonder himself, how am I still alive? The zone goes further towards the south, but trouble doesn't end. As on the north, Mezexis trying to see if they can do a lot of third-party action, but not quite able to find any knocks just yet. Sentinel need to make up their mind, and it looks like they're really, really prioritizing that circle. Now they're waiting for other teams to start to make their move. The players there from Four Kings, somewhere in the vicinity, but Mezexis would be able to grab that flank. Send out that threat. Trouble from the north, from the Rozok Hill. As Fireflies trying to see if they can put in a little bit of third-party action. Not going to work for the time being. We pull over back to the side of Dauntless. XP3 still down. Bob makes his way into the building. Shots on in the hand, but it's not enough. He's going to fall. As Sentinel find the thirst, find the knock, and the third party from behind from Mizu would send out the last player there from Dauntless. One more elimination gathered by that solo. Sentinel still alive as a 3-man squad. 4W. Oh, sorry, as a 2-man squad actually. The next one, it is Sinners who's still alive as his 4-man or 3-man, holding down the forts, but it does look like more third-party action coming in through. C6, the Chicken Chokers would fall eventually. Rival 6 still watching all of this happen. Nothing Gaming still alive, or Nothing Esports still alive in this one. And Sentinel starting to make their way in. 9 eliminations that they've been able to get, and they want to continue. Sinners versus Sentinel. Landlord is gonna fall. Down he goes, and Cloudy, the last player left, taking a whole lot of shots, a whole lot of damage. Mezexis might have some angle on him, and indeed they do. They find that knock, send him back into the lobby. 5 eliminations to the side there of Mezexis. Grenades, or sorry, make that the play zone getting smaller. Fireflies heavily favored. 0 eliminations for the time being. And Sinners looking for a way out. Smoke's gonna need to come into play, but they do not have a lot of those. Actually, 4 should be okay, but not when you've got Matrix on that off angle. Can you hit your shots? Oh, you see him! Geo! Yes, you see him! Easy! Easy peasy, and the thirst is found. Matrix getting Fireflies their first elimination for the day. Mezexis now still up as a full squad, but it's not looking promising for them. They need a lot of smokes. They need vehicles, because Fireflies, if they do not get a knock onto the Fireflies would keep them a whole lot. And Vision in the chat, that's my guy. T-Money. But anyway, we wouldn't talk too much. Matrix does seem to be having a field day, so we're going to pull over to Matrix. 2 eliminations that he's been able to get for the time being. And everyone is at the mercy of Fireflies right now. They've got just 2 eliminations, but they need to get some more. PUBG Mobile, we know it's not just about the positioning. You really have to get those eliminations also on board. Shots coming in through. Matrix being shy. He knows that no matter what he does, he cannot get elimination. But oh, what is Mezexis doing? They're sending 2 to the top of the hill. The third party might come through. Oh my god. Can Rival 6 see them? Yes, he does. He wants to go for the grenade, but the third party is there. Mezexis, what are you doing? 1 player falls. Matrix, does he know what is happening? He cannot peek. The third party or make that the cover fire is imminent, but he's gonna spot the rest of Mezexis. Here comes the shots. Mezexis lose 1. Make that 2. The blue zone does too much damage, and Mezexis 4. We are down to the final 3 teams. Sinners going for that huge strats, but it's going to be that solo there from Rival 6. I would say to nade himself. He's in nadeable range. The side of Fireflies can easily take him out. There's no more zone after this. 3 teams still alive. Asina still trying to see if they can pull up that deal strat. But 4W trying to make his way into the zone. He might be able to steal himself 1 knock, but I do not know about the thirst. And both solos just trying to hold down the forts. And there we go. Sinner runs out of elimination, runs out of meds. And he's going to inevitably go out to that play zone. He's not gonna let them have it. And I think that is the same thing that Shu Young is going to be doing as well. Some smokes being deployed, but there is no surviving this. He knows it's a 1v3. And that's him on the top of the hill. Matrix trying to find his way down. And can Shu Young actually get this clutch? Molotovs going into the edge of that building. Doesn't quite enter and doesn't quite get the spread. They do not know where that player is. And he's waiting. He's got the smoke. He's now on fire. He has to go down. The damage number has been there and he cannot do it. As Fireflies emerge victorious and get themselves the first winner chicken dinner of the day. We love to see that one coming in through from them. They didn't do it in style, but Matrix was able to get the team 4 eliminations and the winner chicken dinner. 14 points. I'm going to be like, that is a little too small, but I'm going to let it slide. Nonetheless, it's still a chicken dinner. First game of the day. First game of the playoffs as well. So I cannot really blame him. Second position is going to be none other but the side of Rivals 6 with 9 eliminations that they were able to accrue. And I believe that's even giving them more points than first place team. So as I said, you need your eliminations as much as you need those placements. So Fireflies, I'd like to see you guys go a little more aggro in the next game of the day. Next is going to be the Sinners finishing in 3rd with 5 eliminations. Vip Esports in 4th position with 2. Mezexis in 5th with 6 eliminations. Vip Esports in 6th position with 1 elimination. 7th is going to be none other but Sentinels, who were able to get themselves 9 eliminations as well. Not a bad showing from them for the first game of the day. Next is going to be none other but Chicken Chokers, getting themselves 2 eliminations and an 8th place finish. That'll be 2 points, giving them a little bit of points up on the top of the leaderboards. Side there of Dauntless with 2 eliminations, or make that 5 eliminations in 9th position. 4 Kings in 10th position with 2 eliminations. The side of XForce Esports finishing 11th with 2. The players there from Legacy In Qontrol in 12th position with no eliminations. 13th is going to be 4 Sexy Frogs. No eliminations accrued. For XForce, started things off on a very strong ground, but it did look like they might have gotten a little too aggressive, or they might have beaten more than they could chew, going out in 14th position with 7 eliminations to their name. Nepal on top, finishing 15th with no eliminations, and the side there of New Era going out even before we got some players landing in 16th position. Ladies and gentlemen, that was actually a very good game, can't lie. I do feel like a lot of these teams are going for that center play. For me, I kind of like it because, well, I like it just because I'm a streamer, because, well, that means I'm going to see a lot of action. But nonetheless, I feel like in this type of zone, if a team had chosen to play edge to wipe out anyone who was trying to get into the circle, I think they might have been able to get themselves a little more eliminations, because it's just like, I actually want to see how these teams would play given the rest, or well, for the rest of the day, because it's just like, now you know a lot of these teams like to play in the center. How do you want to play towards that? Do you want to actually see if you can get towards that center first, or maybe not get to the center first, or just try to attack, you know, teams that are in there? I'd like to see a little bit more aggression coming in through from all of these teams, but I'm not going to be yapping too much. I'll be sending you guys to a break. It's not going to take too long, and we will be back for the second game of the day. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be none other but the chaotic map of Sandhawk. So do not go anywhere, and I will be right back.
In school for the first time, crossed your grace in loving light, fire and flame for a long time. With that spark, you ignite my heart. You ignite my heart. You ignite my heart. You ignite my heart. too long. Girl, I've been craving, 'cause it's with you where I belong. I don't know what to do, so I'm leaving the city, 'cause I can't avoid all my demons. I wish that it was true, that you need me to hold you, but I can't control how you're feeling. I can feel your energy. It's like you're standing next to me. You're forever on my mind. You're forever by my side. Won't you hold me closely? I don't want to fade away. Please just watch over me. It's not easy. Your love is immortal. Your love is immortal. latte, light that's shining over me. Know that for every choice I make, God help me find my way. Won't you hold me closely? I don't wanna fade away. Please just watch over me. It's not easy. Your love is immortal. Your love is immortal. Your love is immortal.
It's getting dark, I feel the I feel the
Guys, I did not sell. Anyway, anybody, welcome back to the XO. Welcome back to the XO Esports Conquest League. This is the playoffs day 2, where we've got Group C going up against Group D. Leaderboards are ready, but there was a little bit of an error in the first leaderboard, so we are going to be doing that again. So just give me one moment. I am going to pull it up on stream. Does this work? Did I do it right? Am I cooking? Am I cooking with gas? Boys, am I cooking with gas, guys? If you're new in the chat, let me know who you're here to support. And I think I might be cooking with gas there. Indeed, I am. Rival 6 on top, 15 points. Firefly, Sinners, Sentinels, Mezexis Esports, Dauntless, NOTx Esports, Vip Esports, Chicken Chokers, XO Elite, XForce, Sexy Frogs. You get the vibes. You see the leaderboards. You see where your teams are. And I'm not going to waste too much of your time, as we'll be heading straight into the second game of the day. Wasting no further time, it is none other but Miramar. Let's see what Miramar has got for us. Miramar, ooh, what do you have for me? That is a very valid question. Miramar, we do know to be one of those maps that could get slow, right? It's a very big map. It's big, it's spacious. You know, you've got a lot of high ground and there's a lot of uncomfortable terrain. But nonetheless, it's actually a very, interesting map to play. It does start off a little bit slow, but then when you start to get towards the ending, if the teams play it right, it would prove to be a very, very nice ending. But it does look like things aren't looking to get good. Get started well, though, as there is trouble in Picado. The players there from Sinners already getting themselves one elimination. They did have a little bit of a good run in that first game of the day, so you can tell that they are feeling a little more confident than usual. But here comes the push. Snow slips on that shots, and he's going to miss that one. And it's another opportunity where it's going to be like, man, had I hit my shots, this would have actually been more of an advantage. But well, At least they would have evened the tides. But anyway, it is happening in these buildings. The side here of 4 Sexy Frogs. They did not have the best game one. They only finished with 2 points. So you do know, like, they would not want to go out early on in this next game of the day. But Snow, trying to see if he can play the mind games here. Finds himself on the 2nd floor. That was one heck of a jump, can't lie. And players there from Sentinels, I'm not sure they're aware of what is going on. Grenades now being pulled up. Man, if Karan gets this, I'm going to lose it. And that's a good grenade, just to the wrong floor. Utah trying to hold down the forts. And Scarface would have to form up on his teammate as soon as possible, but I think he's aware of that off angle coming in through from Chino there. So he's going to be holding down his forts, but it does look like Scarface already trying to find a way in. Maybe not. Not too many hot drops, so I like that. That gives us more time to focus here on Picado. And I know he's just going to take that one call, that one push. That, boys, let's push upstairs and get rid of these guys. And I know the Sinners, it's only a matter of time before they do that. Utah, they know that there is someone else on an off angle, right? And then it looks like they're trying to get rid of Scarface first. Scarface throws a very good grenade, but unfortunately it was overcooked. Wasn't quite able to find a knock there. Chino's going to fall back from that window. He knows he's been compromised. Well, we're just going to check on the other team, see where they are while we wait for these players to get started with their engagements. We've got Mezexis. This time they are chilling out there in Los Leones. Leader chosen, you know the vibes. They're out there in Miramar. They're out here in Los Leones. Next is going to be XForce. They started last game with a bang. Right now they are chilling in La Cobreria. You know what? I've been casting this game for what? 5 years now, and I've always pronounced it La Cobreria. Well, La Cobreria or something, bruh. And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, it's actually La Cobreria. But yeah, I guess we live and we learn, don't we? But anyway, that is XForce for you. They did go out a little early in that last game, got themselves 7 eliminations. They're currently seated in 6th position. We'll try to see if they can double or increase that one going into this next game. We've got Fireflies, the winners of the last game. Matrix, Coffin, Logic, and Tinku. We did see Matrix cooking, getting themselves all 4 eliminations that the team was able to get in that last game. And we're looking forward to see more of his fragging prowess in this Miramar match. Zone does look to be on that northern edge or northern side of things. This is not a very bad zone. We don't often see this zone in Miramar, so I'd like to see how these teams would play it, especially given the fact that many of these teams like to play in the center of the circle. And I'm looking at the center of the circle. That is not a lot of land that you can play. You know, all of these are open fields. Hacienda del Patron, the water treatment, all of that. Open fields, trust me, you do not want to find yourself there. I saw a little bit of action and activity on that elimination feed, but I don't think that is anything happening in Picado just yet. It's just a little bit of stray eliminations here and there coming through from the side here of VIP Esports. Moving on, Nepal on top, not quite able to show us that prowess in that first game. But once again, this is just the first. That was just the first game. This is going into the second game. They will be good, and I'd like to see how well they would play going into this next game of the day. XO Esports already losing one. It looks like Nova was disconnected because he did go down to that dagger from one of the players there from VIP Esports. Now they've put themselves on the back foot here as they now have to play the rest and the entirety of this game as a 3-man squad. And best believe Miramar is too big of a map for you to not have your full squad at all times. Next in line is going to be none other than Nothing Esports. Sandu, Mickey, Love, and Beniwal. We did see them do quite the number of, well, a little bit of movement in that last game. Didn't quite get themselves much eliminations. They got 4 points. They're in 8th position, but we'll see how well they're going to do it. And it does look like that push has been initiated. The players there from Sinners going upstairs. They lose one, but they will not stop. Continue the push on there. The door has been spot, and here comes the push. What HP is all 4W has got to work with, but he knows he has to maintain the pressure as the shots would continue to fly. Going into the webcam, Utah jumps down. Snow trying to see if he can get that off angle. It is nasty, but he's going to have to hold down the forts for his team. And Sinners get a little bit. What is this angle, bro? Oh, no! No! He naded his own teammate. Do they know? Does Bull know? They do know that he's needed his teammates, but do they know where the teammate is though? Well, they know where Snow is, but they need that elimination because if they don't get it, it's not gonna go to them. Scarface, there's Scarface. There is no world where they don't see Utah. I know he's bugged, but there's no how they don't. There's no way they don't see him, man. Nah, that was painful, bro. Bro was already down to his liter of HP, and his teammate Snow was just like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna make it rain, even though my name is Snow. How about that? 2 eliminations to the side of VIP Esports, as they are finding themselves feasting onto the side there of who is Team 1? There shouldn't be a Team 1. Oh, that was Team 7, sorry. Esports, down to just 2 now, and they're not even together. They finally find Utah. I would have loved to see how that happened, but nonetheless, the side there of Sexy Frogs, the 4 Sexy Frogs, they might have cooked themselves a little too much in this game, as Snow just activating his JP card. In case you do not know what a JP card means, it is when you make a run for it. Oh, 3 players all lined up in his line of sight. Shots coming out. Come on, take him out. How have you not gotten him down, Snow? Oh, they know where he is, and you can tell the pressure is on. Molotov comes out, doesn't get the spread. As Snow is able to get out of dodge real quick. That was a good molly. Bro, heal! Snow now, the pre-fires are coming in through, but the Molotov is going to finally get him, and down he falls. Sinners, 4 eliminations, no players lost. You love to see that one, and they would remain the champions of Picado. Players there from VIP Esports, that buggy is very fragile. It's going to explode, actually. Oh, no, buggy troubles. And Toastful tried to take advantage of it. But VIP Esports, you know that they're looking at that. They're like, that is one juicy elimination. Yeah, that buggy is looking to be out of commission there. And Toast, he knows he might be toast if it doesn't get out of here. Activating his JP card there. But you know that JP card is really, really valid when you're using like your legs. The zone does set up quite nicely. It's looking like another city finish, but this time might be in San Martin, if I'm making the call correctly. But trouble looming on that south as Rival 6 taking a whole lot of shots as they find their way to the circle. Geo there to return the favor. Ooh, that's a nice car. What? Nah, chat, there's no way this is too fine. I want. Anyway, Rival 6 would not let go of the pressure there. Love does get thirsted as Nothing Esports will be on the receiving end of all of this damage, all of this trouble. And Rival 6, they need to push that as soon as possible. Stop this flank. Slam it straight up. Love gonna get thirsted. The rest of Nothing Esports not really close by. Sandu does get spotted as well, and he falls. And that is Rival 6 getting themselves 2 eliminations to get things started. Nothing Esports, the remainder of their team, nowhere to be found. As Mickey, he is activating that JP card a little too seriously, bro. He is like, I'm done, I'm out. I am out. Anyway, we move on towards that northern edge. It does look like there's a battle for the airdrop between the side there of 4 Kings and the players there from who's with them, who's in their vicinity. It's going to be none other but the Chicken Chokers. They do have quite a number of teams in the lobby. They actually, they didn't chase him now. They do have a lot of fans in the chat, so we'd love to see them, you know, show their fans what they've got. Show their fans what they want to see. But anyway, the players there from Nepal on top, already heading towards the center. And yeah, a lot of these teams actually do like to play center because we're already seeing them starting to head towards the center of the lobby again. Like, you know, everybody now is choked up in the middle of the you know, of the circle. But that circle is not too bad, by the way. It's not too bad. It's actually not too bad. Except, well, I mean, I feel like NA right now, everybody seems to be prioritizing buildings, which is weird. Normally, for the map of Miramar, I would expect teams to prioritize the high grounds, which is why I'm saying, like, in this kind of map, I would expect to see a team around here. Well, this is one team that is around here. That's the something control. I keep forgetting what the control is. Legacy in Control, yeah. Legacy in Control with a Q, actually. They're holding there. I'd expect to see another team up here as well. Another team on the Crater Fuse Hill. We do see Dauntless holding a little bit of a split. I like that. Water Treatment has got a couple high grounds as well. And I can see the players there from Chicken Chicken Chokers already holding it there. Fireflies, I'm not very comfortable with this position they're holding, especially because it could be exposed to the side of Dauntless. But every other person, I don't know, bro. Like this is another heal that I would expect people to be holding. But hey, we'll watch them do them. Look at that guy. He was shooting with respect to my hay. That's nice. But anyway, in case you're wondering why I'm showing the map a whole lot, this was what I was saying about the map of Miramar. It does get slow from time to time. Usually I would have started my podcast here, but I'm not really in that mood to yap right now, you know. Or maybe we should yap. Let's bring up some controversial topics. Let me know who you're here for in the chat. North America, or everyone's looking to head towards the center. I know you might be looking like, these teams are looking very close to each other. Yeah, they are, but unfortunately, but this is the map of Miramar. When you zoom in, you realize that there's actually, this guy is making noise in my ear, bro. You're not gonna get that knock. Anyway, but yeah, they're not as close as they look. They are not as close as they look. Alright, zone does look to be closing up. A lot of teams already looking for their way in. More trouble looking to loom from that southern edge. As the Sentinels are also finding their way into the circle. They already start to hear those shots, and it's going to be Vip Esports trying to see if they can take out some of those players. Senior or make that 4W. Trying to see if he can get someone just peeking. Scarface on a little bit of an off angle. I like it. So far there isn't more than that. It's still okay. Players there from VIP holding off angles as well. Nobody on the top of this hill is outrageous. Can't lie. Wow. NA, VIP, what are you doing? Oh, back and forth. None to be found just yet. The zone does move a little bit towards that eastern side. Rival 6 in a little bit of troubles. They did get themselves, one player has been knocked now. And it's going to be Sentinel looking to push up little by little. And I don't like the hesitation that I'm seeing coming in through from the teams here. You have the one knock, but you're not pushing up onto it. That's a good grenade. It's not going to find one knock yet. ZZZ. Close by, doing some damage as Flo, trying to see if he can get a little bit of an off angle, but Triple Z has got a grenade locked in and loaded for him. Grenade is being prepped. It's only a matter of time. It's being cooked, even cooked. It goes out, but he cannot quite find the knock just yet. Gio is there for a little bit of support, trying to see if he can get that revive up and mind. Really, or make that Triple Z knows that his mission is to just hold down the fort. Shuyong able to grab that off angle, gets that knock and the instant thirst. Sentinel also finding their off angle. Triple Z, that man is very good at surviving. You have to give it to him. And Rival 6, even though they went down by one player, it does look like they're able to get themselves the full revives. Wow. Look at that. Love that proactivity, man. Vip Esports, though, letting the terror fly onto the side there of Sinners. But Freddy would fall. Mizu, the last player left, is he close by? Yes, he is. But it looks like he wants to run away from this fight. Indeed, he will be. But he's going to find a better vehicle to do that with. Freddy bleeding out. Bro, you have to go. Are you going to grab the revive? I don't know if he wants to get that revive or not. But here comes the players there from Nothing Esports. Trying to see if they can apply the pressure, prevent that revive. And indeed, they will. That is going to be VIP down to the last player to hold on the fort. They only got themselves 6 eliminations so far. We'll see how much more they can get, or even how many placement points that they are able to get. But anyway, things moving relatively slower now. Everyone heading towards that center of the circle. Zone is getting smaller and smaller as well. And from now, we're going to start to see a little bit more engagement as a Rival 6 not quite letting Sentinels rest for the time. Reduce them down to 2 already. Rival 6, they are having a field today. 5 eliminations already. XForce still alive in this one. No eliminations found just yet. I'd like to see how some of the OGs in the game are still playing. I know I saw this team. And I was just like, what? You're still playing? Wow. I actually like that. That's dedication right there. I would really love to see them, you know, go higher. But anyway, zone's going to start moving in about 30 seconds. And you can just see XForce just having fun, tossing the tossing the HP bars to each other. There is a team actually just tapping away on their end, but then it's more like, yo, why are you shooting at us, bro? Dauntless, leave us alone. Dauntless, leave us alone. We know you have bullets. But anyway, zone is closing up. 30 seconds and it's going to completely close. We're starting to see shots come through as Dauntless would find themselves one more player from XO Esports. XO Esports have been struggling in today's games, and I do not like that sound that I've just heard. Oh my god, I don't like that sound I just heard. Uh-oh. Guys, we might be cooked. But anyway, zone does move up again. It does center up quite nicely. It's not a city finish, but it is weird. Hacienda del Patron is still somehow, some way in that circle. And I'd like to see how these teams want to get into the circle. Dauntless trying to see if they can play gatekeepers as they take some shots. Mickey, though, might be struggling a little bit with that buggy, but that player is a survivor with that fire buggy. And he is just moving. But there's Team 4 very, very close to him. It's going to be XForce who starts to take the shot. 9Y letting the shot fly through. And he switches that scope so he can see better. That man is spitting lights. And he would fall. As 9Y sends him back and packing. Aurora might be taking a little too much shots as they find that knock onto the side there of Rival 6. I do not know what they're doing with that pretty vehicle, but they are taking a whole lot of shots, and that is the second knock. Dauntless, you have to push this. Aurora tries not to get knocked. We'll be able to stay alive for the time being, but why are they not doing anything? You're not in the zone, just slam it. What is happening? What am I watching? Oh my god, what am I actually watching? Dauntless! There is no world, though. Oh, there is no world where they didn't push that, bro. That's wow. That is sad. Anyway, Sentinel holding down the fort here in Hacienda. They would have to share. They have just 2 players here in the lobby, so they would have to share with 2 more teams. That is going to be Mezexis on one side, and the side here of Rival 6 who are able to get themselves the revive. 3-man up, but they'll be able to hold on for the time being. And I do not know if my chat has stopped or you guys are just being inactive in chat. But hey, what's up, chat? Alright. Zone looking small. Dauntless finding their way into the circle. Finally. And I'd like to see where they choose to rotate to, because they could have actually gotten themselves way more eliminations if they had crashed onto that building. And it does look like they are opting to go for that devil that they do not know. Or sorry, make that the angel they do not know. And XP3 is going to fall. Looks like they might be able to grab a revive, but his teammates, they're leaving him alone. You could have Dauntless. I can't be the only one who's baffled by what I'm watching. I'm going to speak about that after the game, though. But anyway, chicken chokers now. They need to get into that circle. No! That is a nasty shift. Oh, that is a very, very nasty shift. VIP lose their last player, but everyone has to move. This zone cannot accommodate 11 players. Chicken, you... I don't know how this is working, but you're gonna get uprooted. That is not a working vehicle there. Chicken chokers. You guys are really choking. But New Era, though, they are really on something new in this game, holding down that eastern edge, and they are taking shots, playing gatekeepers as well. And 4 Kings have one player deeply embezzled in that zone, or embedded in that zone, I'm sorry. We start to see shots coming in through. Oh, uprooted from the skies. And Legacy In Qontrol, not in so much control. Oh, that's the second knock. Oh my god, Thwang, what are you on? Shots coming in through. He does find more damage to grenade. Currently getting prepped now, and Thwang might just be doing it. He's got that net prepped up. He sends it out. And his teammates are there for support. A wonderful spray. Talk about a switch coming in through from that player, but I'm not going to glaze too further. There is too much chaos. It's happening on the south, the side there of Sentinels. In a lot of trouble as they lose one more. And Rival 6 taking a whole lot of shots towards Dauntless. Aurora would eventually fall. And I believe that is inevitably going to be a thirst coming in through. Dauntless have not enjoyed the way they've played so far. I don't know if Aurora is prone or if he's just knocked. But man, they are sending those shots out. They really want that thirst, and indeed they will get it. XForce still alive. Somehow, someway, they've gotten 4 eliminations, but they have to keep the side of Dauntless away from the circle. And they know Klaus. Try to see if he can. Oh, stop it! You don't do that! 9Y with an excellent spray. Finds that knock. And Bob now has to find a way into the circle. But that's a lot of teams that are not in the circle. Force, you cannot stay here any longer. They need to move. Dauntless Bob taking his way into that circle. He's taking a whole lot of damage. But man, he has to move. Rival 6 just following him closely behind. Shu Young driving it, and that is yet another team in his vicinity. This is chaos redefined. Mind needs to move. Shu Young finds a way into the circle eventually, but he's going to have 4 Kings just in his vicinity, and they are pushing up. Scarl in the hands of Vodka. And you know, he is feeling the vibes. That's the DBS now has been deployed. It's going to be the pump action up against the DBS. Pump action falls as the DBS remains supreme. Rival 6 down and out. Everyone's still trying to get into the circle. Dauntless Bob gonna have to survive on that buggy for the time being as XForce find a way to the circle. 8 eliminations already, and they are continuing to increase that number. New era on the receiving end of the shots, and that is going to be 1 more elimination for the side there of XForce. But now the chaos continues to ensue as XForce taking a whole lot of shots. Mezexis out. Fireflies are still alive. 2 eliminations that they have, and you can call them placement masters because they have made it into the top 5. They won the last game, and right now they have quite a strong position in the circle. New era taking a whole lot of shots though, but they would have to deal with so many angles. Man, I am feeling bad for the side there of 4 Kings. They need to get into the circle. Bob is in the vicinity. I do not think Thwang is aware. He knows that there's something happening in that smoke. He's got 2 grenades. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be willing to expend it. He knows he just has to be on that buggy. He's got the grenade coming out. Sends it out. He might need his own team. Oh, he did need his own teammates. He did need his own teammate, and he makes things easy for Bob. 1 more player force for the side of 4 Kings, but the run over is there. And I do not know. They might not be able to get that revive. Fireflies lose 2. But no one does seem to be pushing up onto them. Actually cancelled that call as New Era capitalized on it. They won it, and Logic, he's got a grenade in hand, but Coffin falls to the blue zone. Matrix trying to see if he can form up. Grenades flying from both sides, but none to connect. Logic down to a slither of HP, and he would fall. New Era on the top of their game. 8 eliminations, and they have to go up against the side of XForce. But XForce, they are pulling that third party perfectly. 2 knocks have been found. Ying, he's got a grenade prepped up, sends 1 out and finds 1 knock, and he's down to a 1v2. He's got a S12K in hand. Takes some shots towards Valik, and Valik has to fall back. New Era Ying trying to see what he can do. Grenades flying towards his position, but he's got a lot of terrain to play with. He's got more grenades to play around with. And 9Y also looking to prep a grenade for him. The grenade is being sent out, and XForce choosing to go for that revive. But the nades would not find Ying just yet. Wows needs to gather information for his team. And 9Y knows there is only one place that player could be. The revives now has been up, and Ying finds himself in a 1v3 again. The grenades hard to connect as Ying now looking for shots but cannot find, as XForce would grab themselves the 2nd chicken dinner of the day. Or well, they will grab themselves a chicken dinner in the 2nd game of the day as they finish with 11. Am I doing that math right? Yes, make that 12 eliminations and a winner chicken dinner. Now this is what you call a proper PUBG Mobile chicken dinner. You know, chicken dinner cannot be defined any better than this. I'm not going to run through the results from this game, and that is solely because of the fact that I need to charge my phone. I don't know if you guys heard Siri asking me for juice, but she does need juice and I need to charge my phone. So do not go anywhere. Actually, let's do it here. Do not go anywhere. I'll be right back with the next game of the day. Next game of the day is going to be relatively short because it's going to be none other but Sandhawk. So do not go anywhere. I'll be right back. Don't touch that dial. Subscribe if you've not. Like the stream if you've not. And be sure to share that stream to your loved ones. Do not go anywhere. I'll be right back for game 3.
In school for the first time, crossed your grace in loving light, fire and flame for a long time, with that spark. too long. Girl, I've been craving, 'cause it's with you where I belong. I don't know what to do, so I'm leaving the city, 'cause I can't avoid all my demons. I wish that it was true, that you need me to hold you, but I can't control how you're feeling. Your love is immortal. Light that's shining over me. You're there for every choice I make. God, you help me find my way. Won't you hold me closely? I don't wanna fade away. Please just watch over me. It's not easy. Your love is immortal. Your love is immortal. Your love is immortal.
It's getting dark, I feel the I feel the I feel the It's getting dark, I feel the I feel the
Ladies, gentlemen, and PUBG Mobile enthusiasts, welcome back to the XO Esports Conquest League. My name remains Crowns, and I have been taking you through the first two games, or I've taken you through the first two games of the day, and best believe the remainder of the games, I will be here for you, actively plastered. You get me? That being said, we are about to head into the holy, no, maybe not holy. we are about to head into the chaotic map of Sandhawk. I promise you, if you think you saw chaos in Miramar, which I hate to say I told you so, but I told you, man. Like, bro, Miramar will start off slow, but you see that ending of Miramar, it gets very, very tough, and I like that. But that being said, I want to see how these teams with their middle mentality are going to play the map of Sandhawk. So without wasting any further time, let's get into it. I'm not showing you the playing path because the map of Sandhawk, nobody really cares about that playing path, bro. Like, the playing path doesn't matter. The playing path does not matter because I mean, just know that the playing path doesn't matter, man. Like, everyone is just gonna land wherever they want to land. For what it's worth, the playing path was on like the western side, like heavily western, and there's people a cow. But I'm gonna stop yapping because Mezexis are in trouble here in the side there of Paradise Resorts. 4 sexy frogs are the ones that are going up against them for the time being. It does look like Snow was able to find one knock, but it's actually a trade, and Snow might be in a little bit of trouble himself. Zex is downstairs. They know where that player is. This is a very tricky push to make. Without grenades, it gets very hard. Free fires coming in through, and they're just trying to evaluate if he has the DBS on us. And indeed, he has the come on, 3 W pre-fire. Come on, come on. Anyway, revive is gonna be grabbed there. Joy boy, I don't know, bro. You might want to leave. You might actually want to leave, but we're gonna head elsewhere because the players there from Nepal on top find themselves taking fights against the players there from Chicken. Is that with a C? Chicken Chasers. I forgot to show you guys the leaderboards. Oh, my bad. I'll show you at the end of the game. That being said, 4 sexy frogs still out here in Paradise Resorts, but I think there's trouble elsewhere. Or is there? I don't think there is actually. Yeah, it's just out here in Paradise Resorts, and it doesn't look like there's gonna be too much motion for now. Moschino not doing much, and I feel like Mezexis, you guys are not clearing Paradise Resorts. You know, whenever we play Classic for Paradise Resorts, if you land where Mezexis, Leader, and Alvarez are, as Vlas. Anyway, you push up this way, you go up here. After you clear here, you continue as a team, and then you push up here, and then you keep going. You go around, then you come back to where you started, and then you can push up onto Joy Boy. Joy Boy did get himself one knock, cannot find the thirst. His teammates is not even nearing him because obviously they're a 2-man squad, and there isn't that much you can do. But anyway, we've not lost any team yet. Oh, Moschino. Oh, come on. Heal. I don't know. Something about these players are not healing, bro. Like, this is not Call of Duty, bro. Your HP doesn't renew by itself. You need to actually heal. But anyway, Moschino is gonna have enough utils, or make that enough meds in hand, I guess. But anyway, his HP is back to normal. That's all I'm trying to tell you. His HP is back to normal, and that is all I am trying to tell you. He's looking like he wants to take that 1v4 challenge. But speaking of people who are trying to take the challenge, Nepal on top, looking to push closer to the chicken chokers. As Joker, I'm going to stop. And that is Moschino getting sent out. The 4 sexy frogs have not been playing like 4 sexy frogs, can't lie. But I don't know. Maybe it's just a today thing. Maybe against a different lobby, they would be able to do something. They'll be able to do something different. But anyway, that zone. Wow, I feel like the play zone has not been nice to this. What? He's the only one in the vehicle. Don't worry. That's tough. Players there from Vip Esports grab themselves one beautiful healing coming in through courtesy of the side there of 4 Kings. So much obsession with the number 4 here in NA, or at least in this lobby. But anyway, as I was saying about the play zone, it doesn't seem to really like these teams because this is another very confusing play zone because it's like it can go anywhere, but we know it's not gonna. If it goes here, then everybody's cooked. Like if it goes to this area, then I think all the teams in the lobby are cooked. But then it's like a choice of, do you want to stay around the ruin side or do you want to stay around the boot camp side of things, right? And there isn't too much playable plays. You see this position that the side of chicken chokers find themselves, I would not recommend. Anything that is close to this quarry is pretty much a shot in the leg, a shot in the foot. Just don't do it, bro. Avoid that quarry. for my sake, you know. Alright, I'm trying to see what team is in docks. It's going to be none other but XO Esports. They are the one that find themselves in the docks area of the map. And it looks like a rotation might be their choice to make it into the circle. If I'm reading their play right, it looks like they might want to go towards the ruins area of the map. I'd like to see how that would play out for them. Now, this is another, and you know what? I think why I would say I like the zone so far is because given that these teams like to play in the center, it forces them to play elsewhere other than middle or center play. Because right now, if you say you want to play the center of the circle, you're pretty much setting yourself up like for literally no eliminations. And you know Sandhawk waits for nobody with respect to elims. So it's like playing in the center in this kind of circle wouldn't really pay you well in terms of elimination. So it's like, yeah, you really have to stay somewhere else and you know, have to find your way to fight and get into the circle. That's one thing that I really want to see these teams do. Like, I really want to see them fight, because it feels like they're not really showing off. Maybe not showing off is the word, but they're not really showing how well they can take fights. But hey, everyone's trying to play conservative. The one map you do not want to play conservative on, it is this sexy map that we're looking at, none other but the Greenlands of Sandhawk. 4 Kings not quite able to get their rotations in check this time, as they find themselves with 2 players left, and there's still 57 players alive in the lobby. Everyone else trying to find their way into the circle. The placement masters, none other but Fireflies, already finding their way into the zone, as we see them getting into those expensive vehicles. Can't lie, these vehicles are actually very, very fine. Man, look at this, bro. Look at this. Oh, look at Tinku's car as well. Oh, he's got the blue. Don't mind me, I've not played this game in a while. Uh-oh. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. As the players there from Nepal on top. Wait, does it now show the... Oh, so this is their player 4. That's interesting. That's a lot of changes. Maybe, let me see if I can fix this. I don't know what I just changed, but I don't know what I just changed. And look at that. Everyone is still going to the center of the circle. Crazy one. But anyway, Chicken Chokers, welcoming teams that are getting to the lobby is going to be XForce. Oh, stop it, Jack. HP has been completely drained. And XForce would not be able to capitalize on that. It doesn't look like they've got working vehicles. Or maybe they do. But they're trying that. They actually do. Why did they not? Interesting. But man, they do like to play from the center, bro. Zone does get smaller again. Centers up quite nicely. I think we'll be seeing a finish around where these players are. Man, the Painan finish is going to be chaotic. It is going to be chaotic. Players there from Rival 6 finding their way into the circle. They're currently around the cave area. Remember, oh, god damn. These are nice skins, bro. What? Wow. This is fire. Oh, uh-oh. XForce already in trouble, as they have one player knocked to the grenade from the side there of Chicken Chokers. And it's going to be 9Y, one of the players who we saw be pinpoint in that last game, going down. And you can already just see them go, oh no, the third party is here. And it is going to be Legends in Control as they start to take the shots. But they are also getting third party, because the third party, this car is too fine. But yeah, they're already making their moves. XForce trying to see if they can capitalize on all the chaos. But it looks like Chicken Chokers were not choking. They were fully ready for them. And Chicken Chokers need to find a way to take this fight up and also avoid that third party. Joker does get thirsted as the third party continues to be imminent. Off angle being found, but it is not an off angle. It is more third parties, because everyone wants to be in the center. And this is the players there from NOTx Esports looking to take the shots towards XForce. XForce forced to get into the building now. They were able to get the revives, but Fitz is down. And it's not looking good for him. Or maybe it is looking good. That revive might be able to happen as 9Y trying to see if he can process it. But more teams still looking to head towards that center. Yeah, still looking to head towards the center there. Fate's going to be asking so much for that revive. But NOTx Esports, they're trying to hold down the fort. But Chicken Chokers cannot get a rest. They can't catch a break. Legends in Control continue to take the shots towards them. It's not making things easy for them at all. Fate is still down. And 9Y, he's not making the move just yet. You need to go now. He's not going to see you, bro. Like, you're literally going to get that revive. Valik does get... Oh, sit down! Sandu falls on the top of the roof. As 9Y with the 4x is absolutely easy. That is a dangerous player with the 4x scope. Very, very dangerous. Because in the other game, it was with the Scarl. And now this time, it is with the M416 with a suppressor at that. With a suppressor, guys. I don't think you know how hard it is to control recoil with a suppressor. That bounce... The recoil and the bounce is crazy. That's all I tell you. But anyway... We're starting to see more rotations come through. That zone does center up again. It's not looking like it might be a Painan finish. Maybe it's going to be the outskirts. But nonetheless, it is still one very stressful circle. Rival 6 in that very fine buggy are still making their way around. I don't know. I don't even know if I should still be calling this a buggy. That's a whole ass F1 car right there. I promise you, if I were to be Gio, I do not care if... my HP is on the line. I am not getting out of that vehicle for any reason. I'm sorry, bro. I am sorry, bro. Our placement masters, this time they've got 3 eliminations and they are taking the fight onto the side there of Sentinel. Sentinel Cloudy, the last player down for last player left for his team. They have 3 eliminations, but he's in a whole world of hurt. He's stuck in between a rock and a hard place. In fact, plenty rocks and plenty hard places. Because players there from Fire Force are behind him. Oh, sorry, Fireflies are behind him. He's got the side there of Rival 6 in front of him. The Blaze Zone is behind him. Yeah, a lot of rocks and a lot of hard places. He needs to move. And he's got no vehicles as well to even add, you know, insults to injury. And Fireflies, you guys are getting carried away by the loot. You need to move. Quarry is not a place you want to be in. And we've got Vip Esports finding their way into Painan already. Papi Saw on his chest, just trying to hold down the fort. He's just big chilling. Big chilling. 4 Kings also just chilling. And this is the thing, everyone has just found their building that they would hold. But it looks like Cloudy, he's waiting for that rotation to get started. And EXO still alive as a 4-man. Love that. But they are hearing shots on their rights, and they are so invested in that compound even more than those shots. Like, that is wild. Very, very wild. Anyway, Coffin. Ooh. This one is not as fine as the fire one, can't lie. The fire one was fire. No pun intended. The fire one was actually good. It was actually very, very nice. This one is not all that. This one I would get out of the buggy. I would get out of here. Well, that's what happens when you drive a buggy that is not fine. Can't lie, Coffin. This one, yeah. Next time, you drive a finer buggy, bro. Oh, look at that. Man got eliminated and his car got stolen as well. Damn. Disrespect. Anyway, Fire Force, sorry, make that XForce. Now down to their last player in Alim. And they've got 0 eliminations. Talk about a fall. Uh-oh. You do not walk like that, Mickey. And he's learned that the hard way as Nothing Esports lose 1 more. I do not understand the push that I'm seeing in this lobby. Like, nobody seems to like pushing with their teammate as that circle goes up north. Problem in the lands. Everyone needs to move. Nobody anticipated this because everybody was so focused on this. On the center of the circle and on Painan. But anyway, Mezexis is wasting no time at all. Driving themselves into the straight up next center of the circle. They don't even waste time. Small thing like this. Center. But anyway, I'm going to look at the eastern side of the circle because it does look like Alim is in a lot of trouble. He's getting approached by a lot of players there from Nothing Esports. He's trying not to move, so they do not know he's here. He's trying to keep that surprise factor. He sees them, they see him, DBS in hand, but he loses a lot of HP, and it is going to be cheeky chokers to actually get the first. And now Cheeky Joker is down to 2 players, 4 eliminations. They're looking at the side of Nothing Esports, but they have the zone, so they do not have to move. 13 teams left in the lobby, and many of them have to move. Or quite the number have to move. VIP Esports need to move. New Era needs to move. What is this split from New Era? That is not even a realistic split. Nobody does this, New Era. This is not done. Oh, maybe people do it. Oh, he's going to pick him up. I think something happened to Ying's vehicle. Well, that's one way to do it. Oh? What? You can do that? Wow. All right, and here comes the chaos, and here comes the fight. New era going up against the side of Rival 6, who have lost one earlier, and now they lose one more. S12K shots one player down, but the third party is too strong. XO Esports from behind, who get themselves 3 eliminations, and even New era are not even in the safe as Static stands up to take some shots. The purple shots coming in through from that beautiful M4 the Fools. I love that addition to the game, can't lie. But anyway, the trouble doesn't stop. XO Esports taking a lot of shots to teams that are trying to make it into the circle. VIP Esports happen to be the ones on the receiving end, and they do not like that. They want to take more shots as Freddy looking to heal. And Toast trying to find a way into the circle. Now he's made it to the top of the hill. This is Quackity. Yes, Toast being a little too noisy, and he's waiting for that player to make the move, but it's going to be this one to go down first. Tiger falls. Toast in the rest of the circle, and he's going to wait. He's got the patience. Quick, Quackity. Quackity, you need to move. Toast, you need to move as well. And Freddy is willing to take all sorts of zone damage to make sure he exerts revenge on this team. And that buggy might need to secure it a little better, because those fools might just be able to take it out. That zone is getting smaller and it closes up again. Mezexis have that next circle, but I'm going to pull over to the side of Sinners as they are creeping onto the side of NOTx Esports. They are asking to be invited into the buildings as we see them outside, hogging defense for the time being. VIP Esports lose Freddy in the meanwhile. And XO Esports get a little bit of breathing space. They need to make their way into the circle, but NOTx Esports. Now they want to take this fight to the side of Chicken. Oh, make that Sinners actually taking the fight onto the side of Chicken Butler. Oh, no! On the floor, and Bull spots him out. Clutch. And he takes him out. Molotovs now being sent. Grenades as well being followed too. And that is a very sexy grenade onto the side of Love. And he falls. More grenades being sent out, but Kyan doesn't fall. The blue zone starts to move. Lafa swallows that grenade with pride as the side of NOTx Esports left with just the one player to hold down the fort. Dauntless are here for the third party. Sinners get their wrap around, and here comes Bull. Jumping the window is not the correct option. Going through the door. Sinners are not invited into the building, it seems, as they do not want to get inside, but no, they are going to break that now. They go in. But that thirst has been found. The Molotov connects. Dauntless are still right behind them. Aurora might just be the pin in the haystack. He sees them making that move into the circle, but they're getting uprooted. The Sinners, Klaus is going to be the one to remove one from the vehicle, and that might just be the end of things for the side of Sinners as they're down to 1. VIP, 2 players left, 2 eliminations to their name, but they need to find a way. They are heavily separated right now. Zones Club, Mezexis, who did you pay? How much did you pay as well? But we'll be finding out later, as there is still more trouble on that southwest for Kings. They need to make their move into the circle. Toastful has been spotted, but the same thing can be said about player 1. That was a 3-way triangle. And talk about Love. As Mezexis, 4 eliminations that they've got for the time being. And you know they just want more. But if you want more, you need to leave this building and spread your wings. Spread your wings. Mizu has been spotted, or Mizu has been spotted, but doesn't go down just yet. Dauntless need to get into the circle. I'm surprised they're still alive with 3. Is that even 3, or they're even alive with 4? They are alive with 3 actually. Aurora did go down in that blue zone. W distraction, but I don't know about that sacrifice. But here comes the full send onto the side there of Mezexis as Dauntless now. They are in the building. You can tell that they do not have any fears. They want to take this fight. Our placement specialists are still alive. 4 eliminations to their name, and they've got 3 players still alive or still up for them. But they need to push up onto the side there of Mezexis. But they find a hard way that Dauntless is in the vicinity. Now Matrix needs to move, but he is encountered by the grenade from Mezexis. He's gonna fall. The Molotov to follow. They want him to burn, and down he falls. VIP Esports now needs to get into the circle. Mizu has to watch out for his left, but that is a very good Molotov. He connects, he gets the burn, he goes into the blue zone, but which one takes him out first? It is going to be the Molotov, and LQ would be taking that elimination to his name. He's like, thank you very much. I do not know what the idea is here, Legend, but he's gonna get spotted. And bro, the kid, you need to start thanking the players there from Mezexis, because if not because of that elim, you might have been cooked. Mezexis eventually now needing to move. Dauntless still alive. They need to start their push onto the side of Mezexis, but they seem to be wasting time. Legends in control. Are they gonna be in control with just this one player? 9 eliminations to the name, and he's just watching. watching. Play zone. Wow, they actually survived to 4th. Pulled off a huge strat. Yeah, they don't. Now, Fireflies, they really are survival specialists. Now, this is where there's going to be trouble for the side there of Legends. Oh, come on, leader. He says you are going nowhere. Uproots him from that vehicle. And now Dauntless are in trouble. Klaus has fallen. Now the Blue Zone starts to engulf them. I'm sorry. Oh, there is nothing they can do. It's just too strong. Mezexis is now finding their way into the circle. They know that there's people in that blue zone. And that is going to be the rest of Dauntless. Now, Legends in Control. Kid has it all in his arms. 10 eliminations to his name. He's got 3 players charging towards him. Takes a little peek, but it's going to be a little too much. He's forced to heal as the side of Mezexis. Looking to push him from 2 angles. 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Goes for the quick pick, finds 1 knock, but the damage has been done. DBS in hand will make that the S12K. Looking for a second knock. Oh, cannot find it. Mezexis will get themselves the 2nd winner. Oh, sorry, make that the 3rd game. As they get that chicken dinner with 7 eliminations. And I've got to give it to them, can't lie. They were in the same way. They were very heavily favored by that circle a whole lot. And eventually I knew they would have to move. Well, actually, they were heavily favored by the zone. And I feel like that just did not make them get, too much eliminations to their name. I did say they have to spread their wings if they're trying to get a little more eliminations. But 7 eliminations nonetheless, 17 points in total, not too bad. Legends in Control, definitely being in control in this game. 10 eliminations and a 2nd place finish. Find me, I will not be complaining. Love it. The players there from Dauntless finishing 3rd position with 7 eliminations. Some questionable plays coming into from Dauntless there, because I would have expected them to push as a team, but they kept on having 1 player in the blue zone. And in fact, I don't understand the dynamic of what I'm seeing right now, but I'm just going to assume that this is because it is the playoffs, But anyway, we move on. Dauntless, 3 eliminations. Actually, we've already gone through Dauntless. Fireflies, I promise you, these guys know how to survive. Take it from me. Survival specialists, that's what they are, as we see them getting 4 eliminations to their name. I'm not going to go too far actually, because once again I need to charge my phone. So that being said, do not go anywhere. Crowns will be right back for the final game of the day. It's going to be none other but Erangel. Do not go anywhere. Like the stream if you've not, subscribe to the channel if you've also not. Be sure to share that stream to your friends, family, enemies, anybody. Just share the stream, you get me? That being said, I'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. Last game coming up.
We met in school for the first time. Crossed your grace in loving light. Fire and flame for a long time. With that spark been waiting for too long. Girl, I've been craving, 'cause it's with you where I belong. I don't know what to do, so I'm leaving the city, 'cause I can't avoid all my demons. I wish that it was true, that you need me to hold you, but I can't control how you're feeling.
It's like you're standing next to me. You're forever on my mind. You're forever by my side. Won't you hold me closely? I don't want to fade away. Please just watch over me. It's not easy. Your love is immortal. Your love is immortal. take. Light that's shining over me. You're there for every choice I make. God, you help me find my way. Won't you hold me closely? I don't wanna fade away. Please just watch over me. It's not easy. Your love is immortal. Your love is immortal. Your love is immortal.
It's getting dark, I feel the I feel the I feel the It's getting dark, I feel the I feel the
take the silence. Now I find comfort in the rain. Tell me who can I rely on when those I love cause me pain. She dreams of you, she calls your name at night. I'm frozen in the snow, can't win this fight. This is hard robbery. This is hard robbery. This is hard robbery. This is hard robbery. This is hard robbery.
No, I don't recognize us anymore.
I don't recognize us.
Baby, your love used to be my cure. He was here when I needed you the most. You cannot steal what's inside yours.
And you dream of him, you call his name at night. I'm frozen in the snow, can't win this fight. I can't win this fight. This is hard robbery. 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 When I seems lost, thoughts lead you astray. Then I cry, then I feel pain. Why do I suffer so much? I would love to feel your touch. Baby, I don't know where to go. I get so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you.
Save me before I pass out. Save me before I pass out. Before I pass out. Hold your breath and hold me tight. I'm messing with your mind. My eyes are sharp like your blade. I drive your mind insane. Drive your mind insane. Drive your mind
Yo, I know. That was a very, very, very matter of fact. I need to add another very long wait because what, bruh? My phone charged up to what? I think my phone charged up to like 40% from like 10%, bro. That is how much we had to wait. But apparently, some people were sharing codes, which is not cool, by the way. Causing a delay. Delaying everybody because it's getting late, man, and we need to go to bed. You see that bed? It's actually calling my name. You get me? But that being said, man, we're about to get into the final game of the day. It's gonna be none other about Erangel, so let's not waste any more of your time because I'm pretty sure you're here to see the game and not me. So, see ya. Oh, I'm still here, but see ya. And I've not edited my thingy all day, bro. And nobody said jack. Come on, chat. Pay attention, bro. God damn. Alright, we're in. Playing path is looking good. Cutting it right in the center, all the way from the north down to the south, and now we are going to see what the zone would bring. But nonetheless, I'm hoping it doesn't matter what I'm hoping for anymore. Because I was gonna say I'm hoping to not get to not see any of the old odd drops that I saw in the first Erangel game, but it looks like some teams just cannot let go of their drop locations. But anyway, when I say some teams, it's going to be none other but Fireflies and the players there from from Nothing Esports. We see them landing again in Yasnaya Poliana. Military Power, I'm not seeing those two teams that were there, but I do see there's two teams in the military base right now. It does look like there's a couple of teams that are looking to head towards Jojopo. Oh, and I mean, this one comes down a little bit, but this is basically the same zone as the first, the same thing as the first game of the day. So yeah, I feel like these teams will be more familiar with it. But do you know where it gets crazy? Do you know where it gets crazy? It gets crazy because the first game of the day ended around here, Rozok area. Best believe this game is most likely not ending at Rozok area. But anyway, it does look like XO Esports are... Oh! They pulled up on Kwakidi, bro. There is nothing bro is doing. I don't know. Dauntless, they want the smoke. And Kwakiti is just here trying to... I don't know, bro. You're just delaying the inevitable. But here they come. Shotgun, stop it. Stop it. XO Esports down and out. I don't know. XO Esports, just let me know in the chat. If you want me to end the stream right now, I'm going to end it. Just let me know. Just let me know if you want me to end that stream. I'm just going to end it just so you know. Because, I mean, what do you mean XO Esports has been taken out early? But not gonna lie, XO Esports has not really shown us the best of gameplays. I'm not even going to butter anything up. That's not just the best of gameplays. But that being said, I realized I didn't show you guys the leaderboard in the last game as I said I would. L crowns. So that being said, I will not waste any time. I'm just gonna pull it up on screen right now. Ooh, look at that. And you know what? I'm not even surprised to see that, you know, our very famous Fireflies are the ones on the top of the leaderboard, because as I said, those guys know how to farm the placement points, bro. Like, they actually farm placement points. It is almost ridiculous. But can't lie, it's actually good. I'm not bashing it. I'm just letting you know, like, oh, these guys actually know how to get the placement point, which is why I'm calling them our placement warriors. They did win one game, but 19 placement points, 10 eliminations so far. Mezexis following closely behind with 29. Actually, wow! First, second, and third chat all have 29 points. And it's a different split. 19 placement points, 10 elims. 15 placement points, 14 elims. 10 placement points. Wow, how about that? And Sentinels is following closely behind with 24. Dauntless following again with 22. Rival 6 following with 22. I love this. I love this because 1 to 7, in fact, I can say 1 to... And if I say 1 to 8, I'll have to add 9. Wow. Can't lie. I like the way the leaderboard is looking. The points are split evenly across those teams, and yeah, I like that. I like that. That is all I'm going to tell you. All I'm going to tell you is that I totally like what I'm seeing on the screen. But that being said, that is all for leaderboard, so I'm just going to turn that off, and we are going to continue business as usual. Map, it doesn't look like anybody else is going to get into a fight real soon. It does look like XForce is drawing very, very close to some of the players there from Mezexis. I'm pretty sure they know there's a team that landed here, and you can just tell that they want a little bit of that smoke as we see Valik just drawing closer to their situation there, also to their position there. Other than that, everyone else does look quite separated. I'm intentionally not putting up to the side there of Nothing Esports because I know those two teams are not going to fight, at least not yet. They have the zone, they are in no rush. Valik now has the memo, but it's going to be 9Y, of course, to find the first knock, and chosen on that high ground. Valik. Oh my god. Anyway, Valik is down. The rest of XForce might want to form up on the remainder of their team. Oh, that's a good nade, but it's just a little too far as leader, though. He hears him. He sends that grenade out, but he needs to cook it a little longer. And I don't know why he's pushing as though. Oh, now I know why he's pushing. Because he's dangerous with the AKM. Beautiful shots coming in through from the side of leader. And the players there from XForce lose 2 players early on in the game on what seemed to be an overzealous push. And this is the same thing we saw from them in the first round game of the day, where they got a little too aggressive, and they eventually ended up going out quite early. And then again, this is happening to them in this second game of the day, as bro has been turned into a scarecrow. And here comes the rest of Fire Force, as Allen is going to get taken down before he even gets to realize what is even happening in the lobby. Fates, the last player left to hold down the fort for the team. His HP bars has been drenched, and eventually he's going to fall. And you can tell that they want those BM, they want the smoke, and they will be having a field day on those crates. Can't lie, Mezexis, If I'm actually going to shoot at someone's crate, I'll shoot at the person's crate and I'll not loot it. I'll shoot at your crate, I will nade the crate, I will throw a molotov on the crate, I'll do everything on that crate except loot it. Just so you just know, like, bro, I'm taking you out and I do not give 2 F's about your loot. That is how. Sorry, I know that might be toxic, but I don't know, bro. That just makes it fun. Anyway, I'm seeing fights on the leaderboard, sorry, on the elimination feed, and it looks like it's going to be Legends of Control. Legacy In Qontrol, my bad. Looking to do a little bit of damage. They've gotten 1 elimination to their name. It's going to be none other but 4 sexy frogs on the receiving. Nah, this vehicle is too fine. Anyway, 4 sexy frogs on the receiving end of the shots this time. And it does look like they're in a lot of trouble though. Sandu. Man, they pulled up on him, but there is Sandu to get the return knock. And Lux just played around in that vehicle. They know he's in there. They know that they. Oh, he's played it well. Lux, go back inside the vehicle. Go back into the vehicle, bro. But anyway, Snow is flowing up though to try to see if he can get things cleaned up in this situation. But Sinks is waiting and awaiting his entry here, but there's a grenade in the hands there of Snow, sending it to the back. That's a very good grenade, but it's going to end up thirsting his own teammates as well as one of the enemies, as Chahal. He's got a grenade of his own, sending it out towards that Regen line. Oh, what is that emote, bruh? When did they add all of this? I've been out for too long. Snow, though. Oh, that's a good grenade, but doesn't quite do the damage. Snow was trying to see if he can play a little bit of mind games, but man, that revive has come through. S12K, but it is suppressed. Moving in through from the side, it's going to find 1 knock, and the rest of the players are in the building. Definitely is going to grab that first because those elimination counts. And now, Snow, that suppressed S12K, he is making it or putting it to the work. But he might need to reload here. That blue zone is already starting to engulf. That is a very good grenade. And another one in the hands there of Sinks. And I think he knows exactly where to throw it. Indeed he does. And that is going to be 4 sexy frogs finding themselves down and out. Players there from Legends of Control will get themselves 4 eliminations. But they would lose 2 players in the process. Zone does get smaller again. Once again, this is heavily deja vu. You can see the players there from... I feel like if everyone has a building addiction in this lobby, because it's like just assume that the zone is going to end in the same place and go to Russell Kill. Thank you sinners. Somebody watched back the game. Somebody watched back that game. But anyway, they are up on this hill, so we'll see how well it plays for them. But then again, it's PUBG Mobile. It's not about who gets there first. It's really not about who gets there first. You could get there first and you will still not win the game. Why is Rival 6 still in the blue? Does somebody want to tell me? Get out! Man! Anyway, it does look like Fireflies and the players there from Vip Esports are starting to take the fight. But one thing I just know is that they won't push that knock. You know? I'm just... Oh! Fair play. My bad. They are pushing the knock. Matrix is still on the roof. Where is the rest of Fireflies though? I can see they have one more vehicle. And Mickey's probably asking. I can't lie. If I were to be Mickey, I'll turn on my alt chat and just be like, yo, Matrix, how'd you get on this roof? You have to climb the buggy though. I think you have to open this door. No, Mickey, come. No. Mickey, you have to open this door from inside. Then you have to stand on the buggy. Then jump onto the door. Then you can now leap onto the roof. And that is how you get to the roof. And then Matrix is just here like, I can't believe this is the person that knocked me, bro. Like, he doesn't even know how to get up the roof. Mickey, can't lie. You went for the wrong buggy choice, bro. This is the buggy I'd have taken. That buggy is too fine. Guys, look at this. This is one very beautiful buggy, bro. Very, very beautiful buggy. You see, this is my problem with Fireflies. Because it's like, Fireflies, you can... Matrix, you're knocked. You can see that it's only one player that tried to come and thirst you. You people have the numbers. Your teammates can all form up on you, take out this player, revive you, and anything that makes the side of Nothing Esports push up towards you guys are going to clear them out. I don't know. That is the plan. That would have been my plan. But anyway, Dauntless, they've played very weird in the last 2 games, where it's like, I feel like Dauntless just plays however they want to play. Like, you know, when you're just like, this is what comes into my mind, and that's what I'm going to do. That is what Dauntless is doing right now. That's what they've done in the last 2 games. All they just do is, you know what? Okay, I feel like pushing here, let's push it. Oh my god, these people are rotating in front of us, shoot at them. You know, that's just what they're doing. We're starting to see the side of Rival 6 finally answer me, as we see them making their way into the circle finally. Mezexis also finding their way into the circle from that eastern edge. The side there of 4 Kings, they're just holding it up in the water town and the churches, as we see Dauntless making their way out of Jojopol, which is why they find themselves facing some of the players there from Vip Esports. And I don't know if Vip Esports is really aware that there is a team that is on their necks. Nothing Esports though. Now they finally able to get their thirst, and they know that it is a 4v3. Logic does get into the vehicle. He's looking to get out of here. Coffin does get thirsted. And oh, that is a beautiful spray coming in through from Latha as he continues to take the shot. Oh, Logic crashes, and he's going to be forced to stop. But Tinku now in a whole world of danger, getting pushed by 3 players. He does know where Latha is. But then again, he's got 2 more players. Or make that 3. Oh, you see him. Come on. That's easy. That's easy, bruv. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, no. Tinku. Tinku. Uh-oh. Tinku. 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 Tinku is actually trying to see if he can actually get that knock, but he's going to go for that revive. 53 bullets in the bag. Wow, nothing Esports. He jumped down. He's like, I do not want this smoke. But now Tinker's position has been exposed, and the rest of Fireflies, or sorry, make that the rest of Nothing Esports are going to push with the numbers. That is a very good nade being prepped up by Love. He knows exactly where to throw it now. But man, Tinku on the moves. No. You just can't run from that name. I'm sorry, my G. And down they go. Logic is going to go back to his buggy and get out of dodge. The zone is closing. The zone is closing up there. And we'll see where that next zone goes. I hope this time he goes north. Chat, who else is with me on he goes north? North? Come on. Yes! Oh, I love it. I sincerely love it. I called it, man. I told you guys, it looks like the same circle. It basically is the same circle, but I promise you, it is not going to go the same way. And indeed, it did not. Look at that. Rah. All right, Dauntless. Now the zone has moved, and now they want to take that fight. They've gotten that first knock. Make that the second knock as well. Make that a third knock too. And they are looking to push. Legend is trying to see if he can grab that revive. But here comes the rest of Dauntless as they come in slamming. Aurora is in the building, looking to go in from the flank angle. 6 eliminations that they have, Dauntless, and they're coming in from the right. Aurora has got a grenade prepped up, sent it upstairs, but none to find any knocks just yet. That was overcooked by Aurora as we start to see a little bit of third-party actions coming in through. I do not know if that is third-party or if... Yeah, it is third-party from Rival 6. But man, Vip Esports, Legend, just trying to see if he can hold on the fort. He's upstairs in the building and he's just holding that angle. Mizu on the stairs as well, prepping it, waiting for them to show up. Why did you stop cooking the nade? His headphones betrayed him heavily there, and Legend is going to go down as well, and that is going to be Vip Esports going out. Look at them. Wow, Jack in the box everywhere, bro. I love this gun skin. I don't think anything else beats it. I'm sorry. Anyway. Shuyong, I'm sorry, finding himself having to retreat from that one for the side of Rival 6. They do find themselves with 4 eliminations, surprisingly, and one way or the other, they have to get into the circle. But anyway, it does look like that bridge on that east would be the point of trouble. So we've got 2 teams there, Sinners being one as they're taking the fights towards the players there from Mezexis leader. Find himself in a little bit of trouble though. He's at the low ground, but he cannot get pushed. But Mezexis would lose Trig as Scarface on that off angle is just a little too excellent. And there goes leader trying to see if he can go for that revive. But Scarface is going to be forced to fall. The knock is found. Mezexis excellent on the spray. They still have all 4 players alive as this revive onto Trigs is being processed at the moment. But then we're seeing teams start to take advantage of that one as New Era. I understand that this team is fighting. They are driving outside the circle. New Era is driving outside the circle. And they're driving with so much passion you would think... Alright. Sinners still in the whole world of hurts as Mezexis would grab themselves at least 1 revive. Or well, that 1 revive. Scarface is still down for the side of Sinners. New Era looking for this third party. They won it. Mezexis, I don't know. If they knew what was happening, I'd have left. But now Static lets the bullets rain as LOL. Oh, sorry, number 1. Ah, he doesn't see Scarface. Just trying to head out of dodge. And now they're going to just cross the bridge back because they should realize at this point that it is pointless. It's not worth it to just drive outside the circle and, you know, hope to find some elims. 11 teams left, and now they're going to lose Static. And Nothing Esports are still doing more damage. But that's going to be further up north. As Sinners also looking for a little bit of an off-angle as Bull XR in that vehicle, and they understand what he was trying to do, and Leader is going to take him out. Sinners completely throwing and bottling these fights. They had the advantage, but man, did they throw. And you see, it all boils down to this whole thing about finding off angles. Like, you don't necessarily have to find an off angle all the time. Like, bruh, sometimes you just need to push as a team. Alright, and that fear, that second guessing is what we're seeing a lot from these teams. That zone does move towards the center. If you're looking at it from some sides, you can also say it has moved heavily towards that western side. And we can see Rival 6, they enjoy that blue zone a lot. Because right now, there's nothing stopping them from going north. Oh, there is something stopping them. It is yet another player in that blue zone. And it's going to be none of that but the players there from 4 Kings. And it's going to be one player, one. He's got nades. That is a good nade. Oh, finds the knock, but unfortunately he will go down as well. I don't think he's going to be getting that healing points because, can't lie, I'm going to revive that guy just for shits and giggles. But anyway, they will be able to revive him and he's going to be able to get back on his feet. But anyway, everyone else trying to see if they can make it into that circle from the west. Mezexis already found their way through. And I think the rest of the team might be also looking to embark on the same rotation. The players there from Legends in Control also looking to find their way in. Fireflies still alive with Logic in the blue zone. He's got 5 nades and 1 med kit. And I think he just threw a nade at himself. Oh, no, actually, make that a smoke. But Legends in Control, they really want this elimination. Logic, he's got smokes to spare. And I do not know the state of that buggy. But seeing that this player is moving away from that buggy, you can tell that it is probably out of commission. I think he's missing 1 tire. Yep, and he's missing a very crucial tire there. It's going to be his back tires. But anyway, nonetheless, it is still a 1v2. You do not turn your back on the ops. Logic is down to a little of HP. I don't think even he can bandage up. Bandage up, bro. Oh, yeah, GG's. GG's, bro. That's a band-aid, bro. Alright, Rival 6 looking to find their way into the circle. Triple Z moving very close to Aurora. Sees Aurora moving in that buggy. The red dot is a little too small. Aurora down to a slither of HP and eventually gets uprooted. But you know Klaus, he doesn't like to see his teammate get knocked. But he's getting into the vehicle surprisingly this time. He just wants to get into the zone. Triple Z doesn't even want to know if he can get the thresh or not. He doesn't have a long range scope, it seems. But he has to get into that circle, and this is where things start to get chaotic. There's 10 teams left. Everyone needs to get into the circle right now. There really isn't any playable places in the circle as well. So this is going to be tough. But anyway, Rival 6 finding their way into the circle. They do see Dauntless now. Well, the remainder of Dauntless and Triple Z just trying to see if he can bait out some shots. Go for the run over, bro. And Triple Z now, he knows where Klaus is right now. He's trying to bait the shots from Klaus, and indeed he has. Gio is here for support, and now Gio is going to go for the distraction here. And Triple Z takes some shots, but has to fall prone. Gio is going to get the knock with the run over, but he's going to get knocked in return as XP3 thirsts him with immediate alacrity. Dauntless down to 2. And I think the players there from 4 Kings are somewhere in the vicinity. They might want some of this smoke. And it's going to be Thirst coming in through from both ends. Nothing Esports are also in the vicinity as Mickey. Come on, stop it! Gets run over. He's out. And Rival 6, they are having a field day. He cannot quite get the Thirst just yet as the remainder of Nothing Esports are now starting to wake up on behalf of their teammates. Beautiful vehicles deserve beautiful knocks and eliminations. Rival 6 lose 1 more. Gio has been fallen. Oh, sorry, Gio has been down earlier. And now Shuyong actually has to grab that revive. But here comes the players there from Sentinel. Onto the players there from Nothing Esports. Molotov being sent out, but not to connect just yet. Flo realizes that the players are downstairs. FPP mode is where he's at. His teammate is downstairs, and he has to push alongside his teammate as well. But Sentinel still alive on this one. The grenade is good enough to get the thirst onto Love, but then they need more. Latha falls downstairs, but he is jumping. His HP bar has been drained to the minimum. Sandu sits a little too long, swallows the grenade. Latha has to hold down the fort. Not too much to deal with. All he has is a lot of players, or well, all he has is a DBS in hand and hopes as he goes outside. They do not see him. What is that player doing? He eventually finds him and he takes him out. Sentinel, after what seemed to look like the longest way to eliminate someone, but man, Dauntless already up to 10 eliminations, and he might be looking at 11 if he's able to grab that thirst, and indeed he will be able to grab that thirst as Bob continues to drive around. 11 eliminations for Dauntless. As I said, they have been playing on sheer vibes, and Bob now, he's like, who's shooting at me? Looking to take the 1v2. He finds one, but he falls. He's a teammate somewhere in the vicinity. Yes, he is. Here comes the shot, but XY3 cannot quite do it, and that is going to be the end of the game for them. And I think Rival 6 might also be saying goodbye to the entirety of the lobby, as they would go out as well with 10 eliminations. We're down to the final 4 teams. The players there from Nepal on top are still alive, but our blue zone, or sorry, make that the play zone, goes all the way towards that western edge, heavily favoring the players there from Sentinel, who are still up as a full squad. 5 eliminations to their name, and Legends in Control are still somehow, some way in this game. Not Nepal on top also find themselves in this game with a full squad, but man, New Era has been on something different since that last game. They want the smoke, and you can tell, and you can just see grenades now being loaded up. Ying sends one out. Is it gonna be on the money? No, it would not be. Nepal on top, though. They do know that there is a little bit of a threat on this side as Sentinel continue to rain the shots down. Nepal on top trying to find their way into the zone. New Era. Now Ying's position has been exposed as he's jumping and weaving the vehicles, but there is more vehicles looking to come towards his end, but he's been forced to stop and shoot, and that is excellent play coming in through from Nepal on top. They would completely isolate that player, take him out, make him regret these decisions. Legends in Control. The kid, I am not going to stay on you for too long, but that is one heck of a play. I don't know if Bahun sees him. Bahun doesn't know. Uh-oh, number 1, he's been spotted. I think Bahun knows that there's someone there. Yup, he's definitely seen him now. And that player now is starting to spit white as the Glacier starts to touch him. And number 1 trying to head, but he is driving straight into the arms of his ops. It's going to be Nepal on top, taking those shots towards his position. He's able to make it into that circle, but that buggy, the one thing he can use to escape might just be his biggest threat right now, because once it explodes, that is a GG well played. He does need yet another smoke. And I think that blue zone is just going to close up right behind him. The zone gets smaller again, and that is a very good grenade. Number 1 is in trouble. He is in trouble for New Era. And Sentinel getting very confident with this one as we see them just driving around. LQ the kid is just still in there. He's just chilling. He is just chilling. Number 1, for a weird reason, everyone seems to have forgotten about him being here. And Cloudy, he doesn't know that there's someone in that vehicle. And I don't know. The kid, he might be able to do this one. Nepal on top with 3 eliminations. I think they could get a little bit more aggressive. We see them throwing a lot of smokes here. They do know the position of number 1 from New Era, so I feel like they can push up onto the side of New Era. But anyways, Sentinel find themselves in a little bit of trouble here. They're losing HP. Cloudy needs to heal, but he's in the vehicle. They have some chunk of the circle, and you can tell that they're just trying to gather information, trying to figure out where everyone else is in the lobby. Landlord definitely aware of number 1's position, but he cannot push this alone. He does need a little bit of assistance. And LQ is still alive. He sees it. That is 1 free elimination, but he knows that it is a squad. And now the players there from Sentinel, they are looking to go in for the push. Number 1 eventually does get spotted, and Nepal on top. They do not know if there is a grenade. I think he's just gonna wait till they all form up, but this blue zone might be a little bit of a pain. And LQ the kid is going to be forced to stand up, take the shots, and he finds the knock, goes for the instant thirst as well. Here comes the rest of Nepal on top, but Kid 10 is going to be able to weave and maneuver, escape that one, but he goes out to the blue zone. It doesn't give them that elimination, but Sentinel, They realize that this team has been confused now. It is a 4v3 and they're pushing up onto it. They know where Bahundia is, but Bahundia is not going to let go. He could start to take shots into the smoke. Or sorry, make that into the grass, but cannot quite find enough. Krishna going to stop. Does he have the superpowers? Nepal on top, looking to get the final game to their name, but Sentinels still have that number advantage. And they are starting to spread their wings, starting to get off angles. Flo, you need to flank a little bit wide. Cloudy also still trying to see if he can get a little bit of a wide flank as well. And he's just crawling on his belly. He sees one rock to play, but Nepal on top will lose one. It's going to be BioP to fall, or Bahundai to fall. BioP, Snake v Snake. Who hears who first? And it's going to be Cloudy to hear BioP first. Goes for the jump shot and finds him down. Krishna, the superhero from Nepal. Is he going to be able to do it? He's got a lot of shots coming towards his way. And Nepal on top would get themselves a second place finish and nothing more, as they, or Sentinel, get themselves that fourth and final winner chicken dinner of the day. They did do it in a little bit of style though, as we see them finishing with 8 eliminations and the winner chicken dinner. Second place is going to be none other but Nepal on top. They did get themselves 4 elims. They are a team that I feel like just needs to get a little bit more aggro. I can see that they have a lot of passiveness in their play style, so I would expect, or I would really want to see them play a little more confident. I think that's what the word is going to be, because you can just see that little bit of that little lack of confidence in how they are playing so far. The players there from Legends of Control. In all honesty, I don't even know what to say about your gameplay, but nonetheless, this is a third place finish with 5 eliminations to your name. I cannot complain. Good games today. I believe with this game, you should also still bump yourself to the top of the leaderboard, probably somewhere in the top 5, top 6. We would see. New Era looked to have unlocked something in that Sandhawk game. Unfortunately, in this Erangel game, they were not quite able to stay so aggressive. They did go out with... Has this thing been muted all day? No, it couldn't have been. Okay, now it is muted. All right. But yeah, players there from New Era going out in 4th position with 4 eliminations. Rival 6. I feel like you guys spend a lot of time in the blue zone, but I don't know. Maybe you guys are... No, actually, they don't spend a lot of time in the blue zone, sorry. They are just a team that likes to rotate late. And can't lie, in a lobby where everybody likes to rotate early and go into the center, you can just see what rotating late can do for you in this kind of lobby, because Rival 6 started all the way from the military base, and they started the rotation very late. I think it was like into zone 2 or zone 3 before they started to rotate into the circle, and they still ended up with 10 eliminations and a 5th place finish. As I said, in the lobby where everybody is playing in the center, you can play late rotations, play on the edge, and you will find yourself with a lot of eliminations, and that is what we have just seen. Next on the line in 6th position is going to be none other but Mezexis with 7 eliminations. They're a team that likes to rotate very, very quickly. In all honesty, I do not know what to say about how you guys have played today, but can't lie, a little bit more aggro. Pretty much every team in this lobby needs to get a little more aggressive, because, I mean, this gameplay that I'm seeing, it looks outdated, you know? Like, it's more like, this is something that I saw in like 2020, 2021. It's 2025, guys. You need to get with the program, you know? Dauntless is number 7th, and Dauntless, I don't know what the word Dauntless means, but I like the way you guys played the final 2 games for today. That was what you call F it all, let's just play, let us just get the elims. And I don't know, maybe they listened to me somewhere in there, but can't lie, that was actually good gameplay coming in through from Dauntless. They did finish in 7th position, not getting too much placement points up on board, but I'm looking at those elims. That is looking like that is 12 eliminations and 7th position. That, to me, is a good game. It's actually a good way to close out the day. Nothing Esports in 8th position with 3 eliminations, aside there of 4 Kings in 9th with no elimination. 4 Kings, I see a lot of confusion in your gameplay, especially in that Miramar game where your teammate is named. Like, why are you nading your teammate, bro? Like, that miscommunication is just very glaring. So you guys really need to work on that comms, and hopefully we get to see you guys in more phases here in the tournament. I do not know where you guys are seated on the leaderboards, but I believe the leaderboards should be ready before I even have to end this stream. So that being said, yep, in fact, it is ready. So that being said, I'm not going to dwell too much on here. I'm just going to prep that leaderboard for you guys. That being said, if you've subscribed to the channel, once again, remember that you would be, if you've sent your screenshot to the Discord, you will be entered into a chance to win UC. So be sure to follow up, send that screenshots, and keep your fingers crossed. That being said, I'm just about to download the leaderboards for you guys here, and it is going to be ready in literally. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? There. There. I don't know why it's not showing, can't lie. But now it is showing. Well, guys, that is the leaderboard as it stands. Mezexis Esports able to skyrocket their way, break all those tiebreakers. Man, I'm just gonna break this down. I love this leaderboard. I just have to say, not in terms of graphics wise, I just like the way it looks with respect to numbers. Gracious God. Mezexis Esports NA finishing first position for tonight. 38 points that they were able to accrue in 4 games. Can't lie. As much as I like it with respect to points, I do have to say no team was able to average 10 points per game. Guys, that is nothing to write home about. NA, I'm going to need you guys to lock in. Can't lie. You guys actually need to lock in, but do not worry. That is why I am here. Rival 6, courtesy of this final game, able to find themselves in second position with 35 points. Dauntless in third with 35 points. Once again, courtesy of that last game. And look at Dauntless. And this is what I was saying about Dauntless in the last 2 games of the day. Like, Dauntless out here with 26 eliminations. I don't think any other team has as much elims as they do. And, like, just in case you think I'm kidding, right? Dauntless as of game 2, at the end of game 2, Dauntless were seated in 9th position with 7 eliminations and 3 placement points. And now they're going into the final, like out of the final game of the day, they are in 3rd position with 35 points and 26 being from elimination points alone. I don't think I have to dwell too much on that. As I said, in the last 2 games of the day, they unlocked something completely different, and I liked the way they went aggro. As I said, it's not advisable gameplay, but once again, it is a start. Like, it's a way to start. Like, I really want to see a lot of aggression when these teams are playing, right? So that is what I like. I'm like, yes, you guys, I'm feeling that. I like that coming in through from you guys, Dauntless. Sentinels finishing in 4th position, 34 points. Sentinels, a relatively balanced team. I'd like to see you guys do a little bit more with respect to placements, and also take fights as a team. Fireflies, best in surviving, can't lie. But once again, you need those elims. 29 points is all they were able to get because they went out with 0 points in this game. XForce out there in 6th position, also still stuck on 29 as they also went. And this is what I was saying, because the top 3 right now is not the top 3 we saw before the game started. And that is how fickle it is, because that leaderboard, it was so close amongst those teams. Legacy In Qontrol in 7th. New Era finishing 8th position with 25 points. Sinners in 9th. You know, and I'm saying names like XForce, Legacy In Qontrol, no, XForce, New Era, Sinners. Seeing them in this part of the leaderboard is just weird to me, because it's like, you know, these were the teams that were dominating in the first 3 games of the day, and you can just see just how much, you know, lack of consistency in just one game can actually change. 4 Kings Regen Esports, that's what I've been calling 4 Kings all day. 10th position with 20 points. Vip Esports with 14 points in 11th. Nepal on top in 12th position. Nothing Esports in 13th. Exo Elites in 14th. 15th is going to be Chicken Chokers, and 4 Sexy Frogs in 16th with 4 points. And for Sexy Frogs, I have to say, I do not know what the mentality is getting into the game, but you guys need to lock in, right? You're going into the game and you're taking early fights. It's like you guys were contesting drop location in every single game today. That is not done. That is not how you play PUBG Mobile. So you guys, you need to lock in, find or study the teams in the lobby, find a drop location that you can actually defend, and defend it. And if you happen to find yourself in a situation where, you know, things are already starting to go awry, you might want to just get out of there. Like, snow pulling up on that building in this last Erangel game was not worth it, you know. But that being said, I mean, you guys basically had 1 elimination per game, 1 point per game. In 4, yeah, I'm not even going to dwell too much on it. But then again, you need to start looking at the numbers. You need to actually lock in. I say this to every single team in the lobby because I expect to see at least one team in this lobby be able to pull up 10 points or an average of 10 points per game. I mean, we got really close with Mezexis, but Mezexis, it wasn't really consistency coming in through from Mezexis. It was just 2 games where they just did well. The one they won, and just this last one in well, which is the one they won actually. This last game that they won, and like I think like the second game I believe, or like yeah, the second game I believe, that was where they also did well. So Mezexis, as much as you're currently number one, 38 points, I still feel like at least minimum 40 points is what I should be seeing, coming in through from you guys. But anyway, that's enough yapping from me. I really appreciate all of you for pulling in and tuning into the stream. I also appreciate XO Esports for this opportunity. I do not know when next I'll be streaming, but best believe you will be seeing me bring more of XO Esports to your face. I'm trying to stream a little more for North America, so if you do have any plugs with respect to people or scrims or anything that you would love to see, well, maybe not necessarily love to see me cast, because I know like everyone would like to see their VODs. So if you're looking for a way to like watch back your streams and in an entertaining manner as well, and get little get little tips and analysis here and there, be sure to tell your scrims organizer that hey, there's this dude, his name is Crowns, and he would be willing to cast for you guys. Just have them hit me up and we can discuss. But that being said, once again, I'm still talking too much. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the opportunity once again, XO Esports, for all of you that were active in the chat, even though you guys were not much, but for those that were actually active in the chat, thank you for that. I enjoyed reading. But that being said, that is all from me for tonight. North America, be sure to enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good night and enjoy your weekend as a whole. It's been Crowns. It's been fun. It's been the XO Esports Conquest League. And without anything else, thank you all and you have a good night. Bye-bye.
In school for the first time, crossed your grace in loving light, fire and flame.